Hello everyone. First, let me thank you for choosing this course online. To introduce myself, I am Arun Kumar working as an associate professor in the School of Civil Engineering, VIT Chennai. I'll be taking online class on finite element method. Finite element method is one of the most important courses for both BTech Civil Engineering and MTech Structural Engineering. It has wide variety of application not only in engineering but also in science, mathematics and physics. Nowadays, it has also applications in biomedical and in other professions. Let us see the contents of finite element method. It starts with the introduction to finite element method, followed by principles of elasticity, and the theory of finite element method will be dealt, followed by one-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional finite element method, natural coordinate system, isoparametric formulations. So it is good to know the textbooks and the reference book that is used for preparing the slides. In addition to these textbooks and the reference books, these are the additional references that is used for preparing this course. So I've got a few questions to you. What is finite element analysis? Why do we need to study finite element analysis? Who can study finite element analysis? How is finite element analysis can be learned or studied? When can someone or anyone can learn finite element analysis? So I'll give a pass. So think about all this and keep your answers ready. To answer the question what is finite element analysis or finite element method, this course is about that. So I'll be explaining in detail about what is finite element analysis or finite element method. So to answer the question, why is finite element analysis needed or finite element method is needed for engineers? So to answer the question why finite element method is needed, so let me give you an example. Look at the keel shoe that has been designed and the bridge structure, the framed bridge structure, how it is analyzed, and see a rocket which is launched, which will be launched into space, will be designed and analyzed. Have you ever wondered how these three different objects or materials or structure is being analyzed? So the reason why I have taken a heel shoe for an example is majority of the load will be pointing at the heel, which will have a slender element in the heel. Similarly, in the bridge structure, the load will be carried out by this frame. It can be a steel, it can be concrete. Similarly, the rocket or the satellite that is launched in the space have to be detached during the launch, and after launching the satellite, several components have to be detached. Have you ever wondered how the scientists and the engineers have created the design before even constructing the bridge, or in case of the rocket? Whereas in case of the heel shoe, we can spend money in wasting the amount of material or the design that is to be developed. But now we are in a current situation where the design have to be economical by not with spending money on material, time and manpower. So a software tool will be used, but in order to use the software we need to have a working principle or a theoretical approach to find the stresses and the deformation. So the reason why I say stresses and the deformation is when someone inserts a heel shoe, the stresses will be acting at this heel as well as in the sole of the material. Similarly, on the bridge structure, when it is loaded with the traffic movement, the bridge will undergo stresses as well as the strain. Similarly, for the space satellite or a rocket, when it is propelled, an amount of energy is released, and that heat energy will causes thermal stresses in the rocket or the satellite. So this have to be analyzed because it involves a lot of money and time. So we need to have a definite principle to determine the stresses and the strains in any material that we choose, which has a definite structure. This finite element method is not only used for a definite structure or a regular boundaries, it can also be used for an irregular boundary. Imagine you are squeezing a potato. So what is the amount of force or the stress required to squeeze a potato, or when you are squeezing a watermelon? So what is the amount of stresses that is required to break the watermelon? So there are several other examples that can be given to understand why finite element method will be used. It is not only used for this structure, it can also be used to determine the heat flow in a pipe or the fluid that is flowing, the amount of pressure that is required for any fluid to travel from a point A to point B in a pipe. That can be dealt because a pipe have to withstand certain amount of pressure if it is carrying a gas, liquid or water. So in order to determine all this, we can use finite element method. It is not only also for a structure or for calculating the stresses in the pipe or fluid pressure in the pipe. It can also be used for biometrical application, or where imagine you have a bracings in the teeth. As you chew the food, the bracings can bend. So since the bracings are made up of metal or an alloy, it has to be designed based on the amount of stresses that it can withhold. If not, the bracings in the teeth may deform, and that will cause additional damage to the organs. In terms of biomaterial in transplant, in case of a bone fracture, we use a steel plate that is connected in bone fracture for supporting the bone. So this material have to have a property similar to the bone in order to strengthen the bone for its growth. So I have listed only few examples to say why we need to study finite element method, but there are several other applications in various other fields. So in order to know all those, we are restricting only towards engineering, as this course is intended only for civil engineering, but it has variety of mechanical applications, aerospace applications. Let us see its applications in the next few slides. So who can study or who can learn finite element method or finite element analysis? To answer this question, let me pause and get your answers in the comments. So as I told you, finite element method or finite element analysis has wide variety of applications, such as in engineering professions, the physicists, biologists, mathematicians and doctors, but is not limited to now. Even the sports shoe is designed based on finite element method, because while running it expands, and whomever is interested in learning how the material deforms or behaves under force or pressure, anyone can learn finite element methods or finite element analysis with the basic knowledge of structural analysis, mechanics and mathematics. So how someone can learn finite element method? As I told you, the basics of mathematics is needed, principles in physics and mechanics, and with the use of software tools, because earlier finite element method was used theoretically, that involves a lot of time, and because of the complexity of any structure, there will be numerous mathematical equations involved. So it will be good if you have a good experience in using software tools. So when can you learn this finite element method? So in general, as long as you are interested in learning, you can start with some basic knowledge in mechanics and structural analysis. But in the curriculum, finite element method is given to the students who had already completed engineering mechanics, strength of materials and structural analysis. I guess I have answered you a few of the questions that I've asked in the previous slides. But now let us see what is finite element method or finite element analysis. To see what is finite element method or finite element analysis, let us introduce the topic finite element method to you. As a civil engineer or an engineer, we are creating a structure by imagining it, and we'll be creating the structure by using certain basic principles. After creating the structure, we'll be designing the structure using either software tools, and after designing a structure, we'll be developing the structure by analyzing and testing it. If the structure is safe, then we'll construct a structure. So this is how a current engineering structure is being designed and constructed, be it a building, be it an automobile, car, or a satellite that is to be launched, or a bridge structure that is to be constructed. So for any structure to be designed, it has to be created, analyzed and tested. Earlier we used experimental approach, where it involves material and manpower and cost to develop a prototype. Then we'll test it to see how it is behaving under load or under pressure or under thermal conditions in case of thermal analysis. Then we'll develop an actual structure. But now, because of the available technology and the software tool, without spending time, money and energy and material to create a structure, we can develop a structure which is safe, which will provide its serviceability and it with good aesthetics. We can also determine how long the structure can survive in the atmosphere in case of it is exposed to different environmental conditions. So rocket launches on the other satellite other planet